Greetings, folks. Today is Sunday, April the 21st, 2019. It's, we got a full month of spring in. We got 2 months to go, and then the worst season ever invented by God. I don't know. I hate summer. I really do. It's the hazy, hot, and humid days that, the only good thing you can do, the only thing you can do, that's, is sleep. I mean, that's the best thing to do on days like that. Okay. My name is Tom Lina Weaver. And this is my commentary. If I were President of the United States, what would I do about Israel? Now, I have stated that I was going to do this. But then I took a couple days off, and I needed those days off. So, all right. But before I get into my policy on Israel, I want to tell you I'm very, very impressed with young Representative Omar. By listening to her, what she really says, not by what stupid conservatives claim she says. I listen to what she really says, and I think she has a good handle on foreign affairs. I really do. And I think she would make an excellent Secretary of State. Now, of course, that's a preliminary thing. I'd have to get to know her a little bit better and talk to her and all that stuff. But that is if I ever decide to run for president. And if I were elected, that would be something. But don't count on that because I'm not pro-Israel. Now, I'm going to give you the foundation for my policy on Israel. 1. On June 8th, 1967, Israel committed an act of war against the United States by attacking the USS Liberty and killing 34 Americans, wounding 174 more. They tried to sink that ship. They claim it was a mistake. But let me tell you something. I have personally talked to some of the survivors of that attack. There's no way that was an accident. Of course, maybe we can return the favor and drop some bombs on, the palace of the president or whoever, Benjamin Netanyahu's house. Maybe we can drop some bombs by accident. Okay? Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so that's the foundation of they attacked the USS Liberty. Number 1. Number 2. They have committed espionage, not once, but often, against the United States. 3, they murdered Rachel Corrie. That was on March the 16th, 2003. 16 years already? Wow. Anyway. And then finally, 9/11. Now, what I want to do is determine who did 9/11, and for that we need a 9/11 investigation. I mean, we just need a 9/11 investigation, one that will tell us the truth. Okay? So that's the foundation for my policy on Israel. Now, what am I going to do? Well, first, based on the fact that they've committed an act of war against us, and nothing's ever been done about it, I would declare Israel as an enemy of the United States. As a result, anyone in the United States giving aid and comfort to Israel from that point on would be tried for treason, including religious people who want to sell books about Israel, giving aid and comfort to Israel. These so-called Christian Zionists, they are committing treason if Israel was an enemy. So that's number one. Number two, sanctions on Israel. We will stop doing business with Israel, and we will stop doing business with those who do business with Israel. Okay? I don't care who it is. If you're doing business with Israel, you're not going to do business with us. Now, this is if I were president, by the way. That's not going to happen any other way. Well, maybe it would happen if Jesse Ventura was president. I wonder if he's going to run in 2020. But see, I have certain problems with Jesse that I don't agree with him on abortion and things like that. But I don't know. Last I heard, he was pro-choice, but that I don't know. I don't know if he's changed his mind on that. But anyway, okay. Sanctions. We will basically be a part of the BDS movement. We will boycott Israel. That means no flights to Israel from the United States or from Israel to the United States. No flights. No. So that means you may not travel to Israel. There's a big reason for that, and one of these days if I became president, I'd probably explain it. But the fact is, someday we might be at war with Israel. Okay? I'll explain that in a minute. Okay. So yeah, we are not going to financially support. We're not going to give them weapons. We're not going to give them anything. Alright? Which, by the way, is unconstitutional anyway. I mean, foreign aid to anyone is unconstitutional. The way we can help other countries is to have commerce with them. Alright? But, foreign aid is not something that's constitutional. Okay. Now, I would send a peacekeeping force to Israel to prevent them from further attacking Palestinians. Also, we would also prevent Palestinians from attacking Israelis. We would be a buffer between the two sides. Also, I would order a no-fly zone over Gaza, and our Air Force will take care of that. A no-fly zone over Gaza because of all the bombing that goes on by Israel in Gaza and killing off thousands and thousands of Palestinians over the years. We see an Israeli military plane. Now notice I said military plane. It will be shot down, no questions asked. Alright. So that's a big part of my Israel policy. Sanctions, boycott, no business at all with Israel, no flights to and from Israel to the United States. So that's my policy up until we find out something. You see, I will order a new investigation on 9/11. And if they determine Israel is responsible for 9/11, I will go to Congress and I will ask for a declaration of war. This means we have been at war with the wrong people for all this time. Now, I believe that to be true, but my belief is not fact. I would like to have an investigation that has no sides. I don't know. Maybe we could ask Australia to do this investigation. Anyway, but I'm not sure we can find somebody in the United States that isn't persuaded one way or another. So maybe we can get another country to help us out and do this investigation. I don't know. It's a thought. But if we can find, an impartial people to do this, then we will do that. Or maybe Congress. Maybe Congress should do this investigation. One way or another, we need a new 9/11 investigation. Okay. And if we find out that Israel has committed yet more carnage of the American people, I will go to Congress and ask for a declaration of war. I will. I'm probably the only one that would. These people have murdered Americans, and they've gotten away with it. These people have committed espionage against us, and basically got away with it. We try and convict people, and then we send them back to Israel. It would be nice to put them in jail for a long time. Anyway, that's my policy on Israel. What do you think? Now, I have no particular policy on any other country because there are none that has attacked us. Believe it or not, North Korea did not attack us. Japan attacked us, and what did we do about it? Yep. We pulverized that nation. We dropped atomic bombs on 2 cities in Japan. Now, here we have another country, namely Israel, that has committed an act of war in a very similar fashion, and what did we do about it? Absolutely nothing. I think it's high time to make Israel pay for all the damages they have done to this country. What do you think? Alright. And yes, they have damaged this country. Probably more than I know, because I've been listening to some other things about our economy and how they are ruining our economy. Now, I don't know too much about that. Okay, I've just heard a little bit about it. But if they are ruining our economy, if they control our economy and they are taking us into the abyss, economically speaking, I mean, we are, believe it or not, we are the most debtor nation in the world. Yeah. Out of all the nations, all the small nations and everything, we are the biggest debtor nation of the world. You know, and if Israel is responsible for that, well, you know, I mean, what can we do? Stop doing business with them. All right. So that's my policy on Israel, and I also, like I said, someone like Omar, Representative Omar, I think would be a good Secretary of State. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, wherever you're hearing this. Thank you for your time. God bless.